And with District 3, NeAnne Clinton.
There's a sweat. Yeah, right there.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you for hosting us today, Republican Women. My name is NeAnne Clinton, and I am running for District 3 County Commissioner. Yes, my last name is Clinton, but I am a lifelong Republican, and this will be the first time I will ever vote for a Clinton. And I probably will not be doing it again unless I myself or my husband runs. So please know that I do not support the other Clinton family. We are not related, just so you know. But I am running for District 3 County Commissioner. I have had several dealings with the county commissioners over the last 3 years. As citizens, we have asked our county commissioners to represent us well, and I'm running because I don't feel that we were represented well. And I want to represent the people of Garfield County, not special interests or lobbyists. I do want to protect our agricultural heritage and our prime farmland in Garfield County. I agree with the Trump administration and USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins when she says that no more of our prime farmland should be used for green energy scam projects, and I 100% agree with that. We need a county that our children and grandchildren will want to live in, will want to return to, and will want to serve and raise their families in. And that's what we are tasked to do, and I want to do that wholeheartedly. I believe in transparency in government. Oklahoma has an Open Meetings, Open Records Act, and I have seen several violations of that act in my dealings with the county commissioners. I want 100% transparency at the courthouse. I will adhere to the Open Meetings, Open Records Act, and I will make sure that everybody else does too. Right now, none of the meetings that happen at 9 a.m. on Monday morning are recorded or live streamed, and in the aspect of transparency, I want that to happen every Monday morning at 9 a.m. so that you can see what's happening at your county level government. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clarence Maly. I'm also known as Otie, and that's usually what I go by. I've been a lifelong resident of District 3. It's very close to my heart. My relatives, friends, and neighbors all live in District 3, so I take care of it as best as I can as a county commissioner. And some of the challenges I had when I took office 3.5 years ago, District 3 was very neglected. The former county commissioner let things go. Equipment was wore out, wasn't running. We had to play a lot of catch up. In the 3.5 years I've been there, we've done some, we still got a long way to go. District 3 is kind of a challenging district. We don't have much of the manufacturing as they do on the east side of the county, but the west side of the county, we have a lot of residents moving out to the little 5-acre lots and a lot of this stuff. So we were putting in driveways, having to fix roads and stuff like that. Some of the things that I've run into is with these 5-acre lots, a lot of times the people get out there and they'll call us, they want a driveway put in. And I'll meet them out there, we get ready to put the driveway in, and they're like, well, we were told when we bought this that it's going to be blacktop all the way to town. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. So there is a lot of challenges with this job, so I'll just leave it at that, and thank you.
The first question to District 3, NeAnne Clinton, followed by Commissioner Maly. The job of county commissioner requires working with other commissioners, municipalities, state agencies, and the public, which may have opposing goals. Describe how your leadership style equips you to create working relationships in these situations.
So my leadership style would be to work with everybody to get the best for the people of Garfield County. Because as a county commissioner, my #1 priority would be the people and the interest of the people, not special interests, not lobbyists, not out-of-state corporations, the people of Garfield County. So yes, I would work to do that every day. So, and thank you for putting this on the table. I appreciate it. So I was just going to explain this little statement because I put it in my Facebook post the other day to inform the citizens that it doesn't matter which district you live in. The county commissioners represent every citizen of Garfield County. So if you have a problem and you don't live in District 3, pick up the phone and call me. I will never say there's nothing I can do about that. I will say, well, let's dig into this and see what I can do to help you. I will never say, you don't live in my district, so I can't help you. Because as a county commissioner, I would represent all 60,000 people of Garfield County. And that's the job of the county commissioner. The districts are broken up for voting purposes and for road purposes. But your county commissioner, you have 3 county commissioners that represent you if you live in Garfield County. All right? So I would absolutely be working for everybody in the county, not just the people in my voting district. Thank you.
My leadership skills is I've worked in all 3 of the districts. I've been in District 1 on a major wildfire. Worked with those guys over there. I've been in District 2. We've done a water rescue with emergency services. You all know that I'm big into the emergency services part. The leadership skills that I have is, I think, is important today, especially after the tornado that hit, that working with Enid, getting the county and all of us to work together, we've really done it. We've got a lot closer. We've kind of been separated for years, but with a little bit of talking and a little bit of working together, I think we can get a lot further along. So that's where I feel about my leadership skills.
The next question begins with District 3 Commissioner Maly, followed by NeAnne Clinton. County commissioners are responsible for overseeing the fairgrounds and the detention facility because the county owns the buildings and by law are statutorily responsible for the detention facility. The detention facility and the fairgrounds are in need of money to cover increased insurance costs and roofing costs, basically failing infrastructure and increased costs. What is a tangible way to fund the increased needs of these facilities?
One of them is the fairgrounds. We worked with Enid not too long ago, and we're going to go out for a sale, or not a sales tax, but a hotel tax to raise it just a little bit. So people coming into Enid, not Enid residents, but people coming in to stay in the hotels, visit these places and all of that are going to pay an extra, I think it's 4% above what they're paying now to help pay for the fairgrounds and help with the stride center. So we worked that out really well to increase usage of both of those facilities. The detention center it's a money pit. I mean, we're talking $250,000 a month to operate the detention center to keep those people in jail. A lot of people don't like talking about jails and how we're going to get the money to fix it. Some of the things we've looked at and we're going to work on, if I get reelected, is working with Enid to try to get them back on board with using the facility and help paying some of the bills there. Some other issues that I've worked with some of the other commissioners in like 4 different counties is possibly doing some kind of like a regional jail to bring in those. All the counties have the same problem. The jails are a constant money pit. If we could get 4 counties to go together, we could join our resources and probably make the whole thing work a little bit better. It's going to take some time, but we're working on it. I mean, right now it's something we're working on, so I'll let you have it.
Yes, so last August, I believe it was, I have to go back and look at the minutes, the county commissioners approved putting on the ballot a county tax increase, asking the people to vote on it so that they could increase our county sales tax and give that money to the Expo Center. I was 100% opposed to that. I think the people of Garfield County pay enough in taxes. I think government needs to work within their budget. And then in the recent news article about the hotel tax, it says that the Expo Center is getting $525,000 a year from the hotel tax already. So I would want to look over that budget and see where that $525,000 is being spent now. But I think asking the people to raise their own taxes is not an appropriate thing for government to do because we pay enough taxes. I want you to keep it in your pocket just like I want to keep it in my pocket for my family. The jail, yes, in April of 2023, the city of Enid decided not to renew its contract with the jail facility. So since April of 2023, the county has not been getting paid the money that the city of Enid was paying them, plus the free water to house prisoners. I think that immediately the county commissioners should have done something and got everybody back to the table. It is the county commissioner's job to provide for the health, safety, and welfare of the people of all of Garfield County. And since 2023, city, if you break a law in the city and it's not a state charge, then you are getting a ticket and being released. And I'm not sure that the people of Enid or Garfield County actually realize that that's what's been happening for 3 years. So yes, I have a goal of getting back to the table, getting people to talking, and getting a contract back in place to increase the safety of our community.
County funding primarily comes from ad valorem taxes. One of the fastest ways to increase the tax base is through economic development, which increases the taxable value. What type of economic development would you encourage in Garfield County?
So the type of economic development that I would encourage is companies that actually want to come here, provide long-term jobs for local people, and that want to pay their own taxes, right? Because we have several corporations that come here, use our resources, hire out-of-state temporary workers to do the job, and then they move on. And then they file a 5-year tax exemption so that they don't have to pay their own taxes for 5 years when they do get an assessment from the county assessor. So I want to make sure that everybody here knows who pays those taxes when they get that exemption. You do. It comes from a state fund that we fund with our state income tax. It's called the Oklahoma Revolving Ad Valorem Repayment Fund, if you want to look it up. So we have a solar complex south of town that promised 300 jobs. None of them were long-term, none of them were local, but they promised 300 jobs. They promised $65 million in increased tax revenue. And then as soon as they were done building, they filed for a 5-year tax exemption so that the people of Oklahoma could pay their taxes for them. So if we want long-term economic development in Garfield County, what we need is corporations that want to come here and be part of our community, provide long-term permanent jobs for local people, and pay their own taxes. Thank you.
Economic development. We have the Garfield County Industrial Authority. Those people volunteer to do that job. They work with the county commissioner to try and bring in new business, new manufacturing, and stuff like that. The county commissioners can help, but that's what we got those people for, is to help us bring in new manufacturing or whatever. The deal with the solar farm, that's come before us with the tax proposal. We as county commissioners, we see it and we send it forward to the Oklahoma Tax Commission. There's not a lot. It's their decision to do whatever they see fit as far as if the incomes, the jobs, and whatever they create with the new business meets their criteria, they will allow this 5-year exemption. Do I agree with it? Probably not, but that's just part of the process until somebody changes. That's the rules we live by. Thank you.
Public comment has been part of the Board of County Commissioners at times, but not always. What do you see as the value of setting aside time for public comment every week, even though this is not statutorily required? And how would you handle constituents who abuse the public comments by not sticking to the agenda items?
Public comments. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather for people to come into the county commissioners. My phone number is out there for anybody who wants to come in there and talk to me. If you want to talk to the county commissioners, make a phone call, come in here, get your name on the agenda, and you can sit down and talk to the county commissioners. Public comment part of it, if you don't understand the rules, we set a 3-minute limit. Okay? At that 3-minute limit, those people that are talking are done. And we can't respond as commissioner due to the Open Meetings Act. We can't respond, we can't acknowledge, we can't say anything. We're just there to listen. Where if you do away with public comments, you get on the agenda, you want to come in and talk to us, that opens up, I mean, we could sit there and talk for hours if we need to. That's all you have to do, and that's one of the reasons I don't agree with public comments. When I first became county commissioner, it wasn't on there. Then we had to put it on there due to people who wouldn't play by the rules. So that's one of the reasons it's there now. It's been on there for 8 weeks, and nobody has come talk to us yet. So I don't know the importance of public comment. So there you have it.
I 100% support your First Amendment right to redress your grievances with your elected officials. Public comment is not statutorily required by the Open Meetings Act on agendas, but there are more than one Attorney General's opinions that say that they highly recommend that it is on every agenda, because it is a First Amendment right. Our forefathers gave us the right to redress our grievances with our public officials. I believe that you should be able to speak in a public meeting on record anytime you want to. There are county commissioners that have stayed until 2 o'clock in the morning around this nation when they had something before them and it was important to the people to come speak. I will stay there as long as you want me to, if you want to come talk in a public meeting on record. So no, it's not statutorily required, but if your elected officials respect you, they will absolutely always have public comment on their agenda in case there is something that you want to come speak about. Right now, as a citizen, you do not have the ability to put something on the agenda. So I disagree with that also. As a county commissioner, if you call me and there's an issue that you want to talk about, I will tell you to call the clerk and get it on the agenda for the meeting at 9 a.m. on Monday morning, and we will discuss it. And invite anybody that you want to come and discuss it also, because again, it is your First Amendment right to redress your grievances with your county commissioners. And if it is on the agenda and you sign up and you are speaking to the material that is at hand, it is a violation of your First Amendment right for your county commissioners to interrupt you or tell you what you can and can't say, just so you know. That has been decided at the Supreme Court level of the United States. So if it's ever happened to you, it is a violation of your First Amendment right.
All right, our final question is in reverse order and is your closing statement. Tell us why you are the best candidate to serve your district as county commissioner. We'll begin with District 3, Commissioner Maly.
Well, I've had the job for 3.5 years, and I think I've done a pretty good job. Leadership, as far as that goes, I can handle leadership. I can work with just about anybody. I've negotiated deals that got the counties, well, I negotiated one this morning where 1,000 ton of free rock. All I got to do is go reclaim it. So I think I'm really qualified for the job. I love the job, and I just ask you to vote for me June the 16th. Thank you.
Thank you again for coming today and sitting through all of the question and answer sessions. Yes, so I believe that I am qualified for the job, and I am asking for your vote on June 16th. I have a bachelor's of science in nursing, so research, digging into things, digging through statute and all that comes very easily. I'm also a real estate agent, so negotiating contracts, reading through hundreds and hundreds of pages of contracts. is something that I do regularly, and I always do what's best for my clients and negotiate on their behalf. And I want to do that for the people of Garfield County also. I absolutely support your constitutional rights, right? Especially your First Amendment right, and I will always do that. Transparency, no backroom deals, no NDAs. All meetings should be held in public because that's what the Oklahoma statute says, and you always have a right to come and see what's going on at your meetings. I live on 2.5 miles of dirt road, so I know exactly how important your roads and bridges are in your area. So I will work diligently with the road foreman and the road crew and the budget that we have and prioritize roads and make sure that our roads are safe for our families, for our school children, and for our district. And I've been married for 30 years. My husband served honorably in the Air Force. He's a retired A-10 pilot. Our 3 boys serve right now, 2 in the Air Force, 1 in the Army, and I have 2 almost grown girls at home, since I forgot to tell y'all about that earlier, so I'll plug that right now. But I do hope that you will tell your friends and family and neighbors to vote for Clinton, the lifelong Republican, on June 16th. Thank you very much.